death not always bring pain. Sometimes it brings lessons that need to be learned to continue on whatever that person may be, whether it's a mom, dad, sister, brother, daughter, what have you.
Definitely got to get to thinking about, what we're doing with our money and who we're entrusting it to.
Welcome to the We Got Problems podcast with co-hosts Curtis G. Martin, Rhonda L. Brown, and Khalif Johnson Sr., the one and only podcast where solutions get discussed to our community's everyday troubles. Each week, you will hear mind-blowing conversations and actionable tips and strategies that you can implement in your daily life to become more effective. We got problems and we got solutions.
All right, you guys, welcome to the show. This is We Got Problems, the podcast where we discuss solutions. I'm here with my co-host, Rhonda L. Brown.
Hey, everybody.
Khalif Johnson Sr.
Peace, how y'all doing?
And Lashika Phillips.
Hello, everybody.
And today we have a special guest on the show, Veggie Man and the Veggie Crew. And we're going to get into a topic that is hard for me to discuss, but
Peace and love.
Veggie Man, why don't you guys go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about the story of why we're here today.
So we're a family-owned business that deal in holistic healing. So all natural ways of combating negative things that go on within the body. So we offer supplements. We do wholesale, as well as provide powders. If you want a specific herb, we just took on Reiki as well. My wife just got certified in Reiki. We have doula services as well as topic of discussion while we're here with my wife's nonprofit, Rebirthing a Star. We had some strings of events that led us to the topic of discussion, which is infant fatalities due to natural causes. And in this case, it will be a rare heart defect. So, was it June 8th? Mm-hmm. So June 8th, we had our daughter, which we had just had her. She had just turned a month on the 8th. Well, she turned a month on the 7th, but on the 8th is when she started to decline in health. And it was about a 3-hour window. And long story short, we took her to the hospital, and she passed away at the hospital. And they did an autopsy, and she had a rare heart defect. I think they said it was a heart murmur, something with the heart valve, and this is why we want to have specific conversations, because sometimes in health, we tend to focus on maybe positive things, people overcoming their ailments and things of that nature, but sometimes we don't talk about the things that some things that are foreseen, or some things cannot be saved or reconciled. So I hit up Trash, and I told him, we have 4 kids. We've never dealt with anything like this. So me as a man, for the household, something like this go down, it's like the ultimate, in my opinion, your manhood is kind of hit, because you're like, man, how could I let this happen? Or, how could I have stopped it? The why me's and that. But it's a perfect conversation, because death not always bring pain. Sometimes it brings lessons that need to be learned to continue on whatever that person may be, whether it's a mom, dad, sister, brother, daughter, what have you. Sometimes it's to lack of better words, maybe they're the sacrificial lamb to be the glue to what needs to be mended together. So this is my first time. I mean, I've had my father. He had I think he had a heart surgery before, and my wife, her father, I think you said he was born with a heart murmur as well. So, but however, it was never frontline in your face to be like, this is a cause of concern that we need to be worried about. Like, after having 4 kids, you're like, sometimes I don't want to say you get laxed, but you're cautious and you do your precautions, but it's never a reality until it hits your door. And us being healers, this is like I guess you could say the ultimate test or the ultimate lesson to be learned as far as just life in general. What is life? And life is not always living. Sometimes it's the afterlife and living beyond that way. So I hit Trash up and asked him to do this podcast, to just bring certain awarenesses, which is, I had like 3 points, which is, the process of creating life. Then once you create the life, setting up that life to be successful while it's living, and then death and living beyond death on both sides. The people who are still living that lost the person, and then the people on the other end that we don't know the other side, but people have certain encounters or voices that they hear as far as guidance and stuff like that to keep them pushing, what they would call guardian angels. So but yeah,
So
I'll keep talking for days. I'll let y'all
no, bro. Can you share a little bit about your daughter and impact that she had in both of y'all lives? Just a little bit about her.
I'll let you
Go ahead.
Well, she kind of she wasn't here long, but her presence was definitely felt. She was very feisty, bossy, and direct. It's crazy to say that she was only born a month, but everyone that came in contact was like, yo, she's an old soul. Like, she done been here before. Look at how she trying to just do this, that, and the third. But her name was Lilia. Birthday.
May 7th.
May 7th. Because I was getting ready to say May 20th. Because I got 3 birthdays in May in the house. So May 7th. And she came. It was the most beautifulest birth. It was like the smoothest home birth you could ever have in mind. Like, she came, boom. It was like that. I'm thinking, because the first one, we was 24 hours in labor, and I'm like, man, I'm bracing for that. And I'm hearing her. I'm out at the truck, and I hear her outside like, come now, she's coming now, right now. I'm like, nah, she can't be coming right now, not right now. And she's like, no, she's coming now. And as soon as I got up the steps, I was like diving in the water, like, oh, and caught her. But she came out, healthy. Wasn't no cause for concerns, nothing. And so we in June now, and that day it was a 3-hour decline where we're like, what is going on? Now we did have weight fluctuations with our other home birth child and breastfed child. So, but that's normal when you breastfeed. Is the weight fluctuation is there. So, and then you really can't tell until a month if it's like drastic fluctuation. Then then you're like, okay, let me take it. But it was no cause for concerns. And she was just the most beautifulest essence that you can think of. Hmm? Oh yeah, regular poops and peas. Um, stayed on the milk. Stayed on the milk. Stayed on the milk. Um, and even up until she passed. Um,
That was actually one of the main reasons how we knew. She
yeah,
stopped drinking.
yeah.
Oh,
She
So
stopped drinking, and that's when we were like,
was that
go
when
ahead.
y'all first discovered that she had a heart defect? Was that
Yeah,
day?
we didn't know
Mm-hmm.
that she had a heart defect until the autopsy came back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Like she wasn't spitting up, she wasn't doing nothing that any normal baby do.
And we had regular visits, not with traditional Western doctors, but nurses and um, you know very reputable people. But things like that, you got to do what is it, CAT scans and all types of stuff. But you really can't do that until they're a month old, and she died when what I mean when she was a month old. So, and we were literally on those topics were being brought up, like maybe we need to go see a pediatrician, blah 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 blah. But um, her presence was definitely felt, and she definitely served her purpose for the family and what she brought to the family.
Wow. I know we've already expressed our condolences, but I just want to say here that on behalf of the group, thank you for your vulnerability and transparency to share your story so early. I would like to know what your journey has been in terms of healing. So for those families that are listening and that are watching and facing some of the same things that you all face, it'd be great to hear what your journey to healing has been like. What can you share about that?
We came out with a supplement. It's called Heartbeat. It's in honor of her and her heart defect that she
Mm.
had. So that's one thing is huh?
No, I was just like, wow, wow, okay.
Oh, yeah. So we came out with a supplement called Heartbeat. So it's in honor of her, and also I'm planning on with my nonprofit, getting together with a group of women and that all dealt with similarities because it's a good a good amount of women that I know that have dealt with the same thing. So I plan on having sister circles pretty much and doing it like that.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that. I think circles like that are really important because it just shows that it takes a village, right? It really does. But just the same way that it takes a village to raise and support a child, I think it takes that same village to support a family. So appreciate you sharing that.
Can I piggyback in there, Lashika, please?
Oh, of course, please.
like 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 you said, a sister circle. I think it's imperative that we design a circle of brothers that get together, because while we're being the strong leaders and supporters of our empresses and our queens, like, we need somebody to talk to too, because it's hard on a father to lose a child. And my personal experience, I've been through a miscarriage before, and like, you got to be there to make sure your queen is okay, that she's making it through it, her health is okay. But when it's all said and done, we don't have anyone to talk to. So I think us as men need to get together in our community and help our brothers through these type of times, because it's hard on us as a father. It's really hard on us as a father, and to lose something that precious and that close to your heart, us men need someone to talk to as well. So I implore that we go ahead and get a brother circle going too.
Mhm.
Hey, I would like
So
to
I had a
ask.
question. Do you think it should be oh,
No, go ahead. We have a
my
little
bad.
delay. No, we have a little delay, so it's cool. So go ahead.
Mm.
Oh, okay. I was trying to ask, would it be brother led, or would you? How would you? Like, what would you recommend? I was just asking.
I think, me personally, I think where the empress have their circle and the queens sit and talk and they sisterhood and fellowship, I think us as men need to have masculine conversations that would be totally different from what the queens go through and what they bring to the table. Us as men need to be a support system for each other, where it's okay to
Gotcha.
cry as a man, it's okay to be vulnerable as a man, and it's not showing signs of weakness if you're crying because you lost a child. We can cry together because
Mhm.
that shit hurt me just as deep as it hurt you. And it's okay for me to be vulnerable in that moment, because my heart aches for what you're going through
Yeah.
just as well as your heart is aching, bro. And you're not alone on that journey. So I think we need a circle for us as men in the community to get together and just have a moment to talk about it.
Okay. Me and my homegirl was actually debating about that, like, because we didn't know if it just be men led. We didn't know if y'all would get as vulnerable and open up as much if it was just y'all by yourselves. So that's why I asked you, since you brung it up. I was like,
Hey, I
okay, that's a
cried.
good point to
I cried
ask.
on the phone. I cried on the phone when I heard it. Like I was wiping tears away because I was just trying to be strong
Yeah,
for my brother. But I felt so, it hurt me so deep in my spirit because I was so excited for the child, and to know that you guys went through this journey, and for y'all
yeah,
not to have, y'all might. I know y'all had y'all support from there, but y'all affect a lot more than what y'all can ever imagine. Y'all affect our community as a whole. So
mm,
when one of us lose something, we all lost someone. So y'all not alone in this
yeah.
journey.
Yes, sir. Trust
I
me, I'm
appreciate
fighting
that.
them back now. I'm fighting them back now, man. But my I think we'll open up because my friend of mine, he lost two of his daughters, and we talked on the phone, man. And I think we cried for about an hour first, right? Like just like
Mm,
I don't know. It's just that thing. I think we okay with who we are, right? Like
I'm
we
secure.
yeah.
and so, but what I want to ask is, what you guys support system been like together? How y'all making it through this
Talking about amongst each other, or you talking about like his outside circle?
amongst you guys together?
It's been pretty good. Like, we've been real open and honest. Like, we're talking about it and having moments of crying. And like, I had a best friend that kind of dealt with the same thing. Like, she was 6 months pregnant, and so we all like had an open conversation about it. And they was telling us like how they'll just have a moment of just stopping in the car and just crying, just giving each other that space and that time, and having open conversations. That's the best key part is being open and honest at the present moment.
And she was so impactful. Like she 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 mended the whole family. She in our opinion that we have in our conversation, that was her job, and that was why she came in. Like family members that was not talking is talking like still right now. We can put everybody in the same room and with nobody be evil eyeing and doing none of that crazy stuff. You know what I mean? And it's another story that we have to present at a little later on. That's gonna be another day. Once it's all said and done, that that support system really was like, we got y'all back for real, like, and wasn't nobody, there was people that I hadn't talked to, um, that was my
In years.
years, and just was like, nah, we right here, like, we, you know what I'm saying, we ain't went nowhere, like whatever happened in the past is in the past, like, you know what I mean, because they know how much I like kids, and you know kids just flocked to me, and not just me, my wife. You know what I mean? So they was like, nah, like this is different. So, but between us, it's brought us together because it's like we've been together since we've been in high school. So it's like we went through everything. This is like it. This was like the one thing where you was like, well, if this happens, it happened now. So now it's a different stage in our relationship because we weren't we weren't lovers first. We were friends first, and then what I'm saying, went on that other journey. So it's different that went from friendship to marriage to kids to now we lost the kids. So um, our conversations are different, not just with us, with our kids. Because we're so open with our kids. You know, their conversations are different now. They see things a little different now. And I mean, they're kids; they're going to be kids, but it just brought everyone together as a whole. To be like, we really once you lose somebody this close, it's like you can't even continue to go about life the same way. Like somebody can like stick their middle finger up, and I'll be like, all right, I love you. You know what I'm saying? I don't even care anymore. So our arguments are different now. You know what I mean? It's just like we'll be in it and just look at each other like, all right, we tripping. You know what I'm saying? So she did her job, which was, bring the family back together.
That's good.
So, what advice would you offer other parents who might be going through similar challenges?
I think he was talking, but we couldn't hear him too.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
muted.
that's why she went in
Yeah,
there.
I was looking at his lips move, and then I heard you talk. I was like, hold on now, because I was about
Like, wait, what happened? He sound like Rhonda.
Uh, go ahead. You can ask her a question. I'll go after. Don't worry about it.
Okay. What you said again? Because I was looking at his lips, so I was focused on what.
So, what advice would you offer other parents that might be going through a similar situation?
The advice I would give is be open about how you feel. Don't try to hold back on how you feel because a lot of times people be like, well, I'm just gonna put it like this. My mom was she's the type of person. She's like, well, you don't have to tell your husband everything. And to me, that statement is like kind of I don't know. I don't know what that's about. Anyways, all I'm saying is be honest about how you feel because some people try not to tell everything. And when you're going through something like this, and how traumatic it is to your body and shoot everybody around you, it's kind of hard to hold back those feelings, even with writing them down. And you can sometimes people can tell in your everyday moods, like if it's like say for instance if you wake up and you're not having a good day because you might be thinking about the situation, just go ahead and let somebody know that ahead of time. So as you're going throughout the day, they'll know why you might be a little snappy or you might have a little attitude or, a little lenient, like that's how I am with my kids. Like I tell them like, look, I'm not having a good day, y'all. Let's just take it a little easy or whatever. Instead of like, cause my parents would come in from work, I don't know how y'all were raised, but when my dad used to come in from work, I'd be like, how was your day? And sometimes they get a little moody or whatever. But I feel like if you're more open and communicate of how, how you're feeling and what's going on, and it helps the whole, village work around you. Everybody can't accommodate your feelings if they don't know what you're feeling.
Everybody not gonna have a superb day.
Yeah. Everybody not gonna have a super day. So, like as a kid, you don't understand if your parent just being moody, but if they tell you like, hey, I'm thinking about this and that happened, or, just a little insight or whatever, it makes things flow a lot easier, And I feel like, kids have feelings too, and I feel like they will, flow with you a lot better versus you just being snappy, like, oh, get away from me. Or just like, because I even find moments when I'm on my phone, like I might be doing something and I might be trying to do something. The kids might be asking a question and I get snappy. I'm like, oh, I apologize, y'all. I was trying to do something on my phone. Just little moments like that. Because sometimes you get lost in the technology. That's what they built it for. So,
Mhm.
just being open and honest. My bad. I ain't mean to drag it out, y'all.
Oh no, you good. This is what this interview is about. This is definitely about getting your story out and having y'all transparency, because this is not an easy topic to talk about for any of us. So I'm sure
Yeah.
that you having a moment to just ramble on. You ramble on as long as you need to, because I want to hear it, and it's helping me more than you can even imagine get through my grief. So um how's your daughter memory impact you and your family, and her passing away, and how has she influenced you to do better moving forward?
Well, for
Yeah.
me,
I'm gonna go turn this on.
I'm definitely not caring about a lot of stuff anymore. As far as not in a negative way, but like sometimes you get lost in just reacting to everything. Not saying that I was, but just everyone has that spot where they just react to, like, I'm going to react. I don't care. Somebody do this, I'm reacting. So you know what I mean. Now, of course, if it's something crazy, then I'm going to react. But um, I just got this mindset now to where I don't care. Nothing's gonna rattle me as far as like me reacting negatively and just ruining my day and just you know and sometimes I have days where I have to dig deep, but I know that was my lesson. If she was still here, that was what she would be teaching me, would be patience.
Mm.
um my other daughter, she teaches me love, and at a deeper understanding. And I feel like my other daughter was teaching me, love, but love in a patient way. My other daughter teaches me love in a action way, like like,
Mhm.
all right, you said you was gonna be here at like such and such time. Like I can only imagine when we get older, like she gonna be she that my daughter's gonna be the one gonna be on my bumper for real. But yeah, just being more patient and just in order to be patient, you have to understand people. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I find myself now, like, when I go out throughout my day, like somebody made it. I just watch people now, and watching people emotions and trying to understand, like, why would they react like that when they could just react like this, to make me stay more disciplined and not react in a specific type of way, and shock somebody and react another way. You know what I'm saying? Which I know that I had to dig deep in that part of my life, was just not being so reactive to everything that doesn't need a reaction. Some things need love. Somebody having a bad day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember, and this was crazy because she was still alive at this time. But I was downtown doing a construction job, and it was a DoorDash person um, downtown, and downtown Charlotte is crazy trying to park doing anything. So and I got the road shut down because we doing something. So the person is livid, like, what I'm saying, you stopping my money flow, man. It's that Thursday. It's a brother too. So like and the crew that was with me, like, yo, we about to button him up, yo, Veggie, get him, yo, because we about to button him up. And I'm just looking, I'm like, yo, man, come here, let me holler at you. And he came over, and I was like, why you acting like that, man? He's like, man, what you mean, man? I said, why you acting like that? I said, we gotta do this job, man. They want telephone lines in here. They want, like, come on, man. Why you doing that, man? And he like, yeah, what, you right, man. You right, man. But, I'm trying to make my money, man. But you know what I'm saying? The old me, I'd have been like, yo, come on, yo. You want to act stupid? All right, let's act stupid then. But I was like, he trying to get some money. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just trying to get some bread. He having a bad day. Let me holler at him, calm him down real quick, and have a conversation with him. But That was her. That was her lesson for me. Like, yo, Dad, you gonna learn some patience. You gonna learn. I'm gonna teach you love, but you gonna learn some patience with me. She was real feisty with her month here on the planet. She was feisty with me. She'll I come in the house, give her a kiss, she grab my face, like, yeah, like, where you been type vibe. Like, where you been, bro? Like, you been gone for a little minute now. But yeah, that was her lesson for me.
I was
Her
going to
lesson for
ask.
me
I
was
know
a,
you mentioned. I know y'all
No, no,
mentioned that you
no,
had
no. She
that.
his empress was about to.
no, let
She
her
was.
go.
No,
Because I'm
you
going to be
got
able
it.
to remember my 3 points.
Yeah, go
I'll
ahead.
be able to remember them.
Go ahead. She
It's a
was for the
little
tap in
delay,
on.
so y'all remember it's a delay.
It's a little bit of a delay.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Sheikah.
Rhonda.
Go ahead, Shika.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
she
okay, cool. I what I wanted to ask before we wrapped it up, I wanted to find out because I mean y'all just kind of glossed over the fact that you launched, a supplement, in honor of your daughter. Can you please talk about that and where can people find it? What is it?
baby,
Uh,
the supplement.
oh, what she said?
Talk about it.
Oh, okay.
We know that it's
Tell her.
called
See,
Heartbeat. We know that it's in
huh?
honor of her, but that's all we know.
That's the other boss lady bossing around.
She wanted some more chicken tenders and fries.
Vegan chicken
Exactly,
tenders.
it's vegan now.
Yeah, there we go.
But you said about the supplement. He was trying to tell me what you said.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we know about it because you mentioned that that was one of the things that was a part of your healing process. But for the folks watching and need that, where can they find it? What does it consist of? Like anything you can tell us about this?
Okay, it
Yeah.
has lily of the valley. It has lily of the valley in it. It has hops in it. Um, trying to think of it. Mother of all worth in it. Uh, I know I'm
Don't
probably
give it on.
missing.
Don't give
Oh
it.
yeah,
Don't,
oh
don't,
yeah. I'm missing like 2 other herbs. He told us don't give them all to give. 'Em. Make y'all go look at it. Veggie, but it's on our website. It's veggiemk.com.
Can you say that again? Your website.
Veggiemk.com.
Thank you.
You welcome.
and it's called Lily of the Valley because her name is Lily.
Exactly. Well, no. That was the name of the herb that's in there. It's
I
called
know,
Heartbeat.
but I pieced it together
Oh,
like
he
that.
told us that he pieced it together. I'm done.
Hey,
That's my favorite flower now, lilies.
But it's for the whole heart, like beating wise, heart valves, heart palpitations, heart flow, like the regular blood flow. I put yarrow in there for blood flow as well. Um, trying to make sure that I miss anything. The cartridges. I don't want to be. Look, I was in nursing school,
It
but I might
do
not be
it
saying it
do
right.
the herb combination do a reverse aging process on the heart too.
Yeah,
That's a whole deep dive we're gonna set up for later on.
I don't think I missed anyone.
oh wow, that's good. Yeah, no, you don't have to give out your whole recipe, right? We don't want to go.
That's all like
Yeah, we
Look,
don't want them going to try to make
Yeah,
it real quick, right?
Right, right.
Everybody sitting there right now. What she say here? Rewind that.
yeah, rewind.
writing
Hold
it
on.
down,
Hold on.
writing
Hold
it down
on.
as
We
I'm
get
talking.
the
But I will say this: the herbs that we do give out, just to let y'all know, those are not all the herbs that's in our stuff. Like we gave y'all like the basic ingredients to the gumbo, but the gumbo,
It's still
you know what I'm saying?
smacking,
It don't have
and
you ain't got
go
Veggie Man
right.
elbow. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You ain't
You
getting
ain't got
soul phase.
you
You ain't
ain't
got
got her
soul phase.
toes. You know what I'm saying? So it's different.
There you go. Right there, you
It's
go.
different.
Hey,
Oh
I really appreciate y'all being in good spirits, man, and holding it together. Like, right, like that's something to be commended. Before we close out, Lashika, where you want to lead the people?
Whew.
I'm gonna say it was a process too.
Yeah,
Oh,
Like,
this is
and
you have to
it's
realize.
been 2 days. It's been 2 days.
Well, what you mean 2 days with her?
that I've gotten to this point.
Oh yeah.
A lady gave a speech who's like this famous writer here locally about rebirthing yourself. And she reached in and grabbed my heart and like was like, hold up, bro, you ain't dead. Let me pump that thing real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So yeah, I'm a lot better now.
I think what I want to leave the people with is know your circle. Only because I feel like that's the only way that the two of you all and your other children have been able to have the spirit, of joy that you have, and able to have your process and your healing journey, and be able to speak to us today is because of the circle of support that y'all have. So to the people watching, evaluate your circle, know who your circle, and start building or rebuilding your circle.
Oh yeah.
I like that.
This would definitely make you have to rebuild. I like that one.
This tested the circle for real. Like it was people popping up like, hold up, we in the circle now. I'm like, oh snap. For real.
All right, Rhonda, what you got?
I would say, don't close down. Be open with your partner, spouse, your kids. I love the way that you guys talk to your children and let them express how they're feeling. And, I think that's one of the most important things you can do.
Yeah.
All right, come on,
I
Chad.
agree.
Okay, man. I thank you guys both with all my heart for sharing your story and making it a triumph for not just you, but it's not. Loss of life is never a loss. Life life never dies. Energy just transfers. It just transfers form. And you guys have a very, very powerful guardian angel over your family now that was meant to be exactly who she was. She was here for a month, but that month she did everything she was supposed to do in it. And I just thank y'all for sharing your story, because it helps me as a man to understand how vulnerable I am, because it took a story like that to just really tear me down and still be strong and hold it together, but to say it's okay for me to cry, because it brought some tears in my eyes. Loss of life is never easy, but we never lost it. We just gained the angel. So I just want to thank y'all for sharing your story.
And I'm gonna leave
I
the people
appreciate
with. I'm gonna leave the people with. You guys, make sure you're talking about it. Just watching you guys talk and watching you guys smile through this tragedy lets you know that talking through it helps, right? So find you somebody to talk to. Don't hold it in, because when you hold stuff in, sooner or later you're gonna erupt, right? Like you guys, because we have problems, but we also have solutions, and we out.
From the team at CRC Empire, we want to thank you for listening. To stay connected with us, like, share, and subscribe to the We Got Problems podcast. You can find us on social media platforms at Curtis Martin 247, at Rhonda Wrights Official, and at the_trash_vegan_. We got problems and we got solutions.